Well, Steve Arts 89. Well, I finally watched the Drowned World tour. I forgot how great this tour is. It was one of those tours that I really did view over and over and over again, like the Girly Show and that. Now, it was very disappointing, though, in some ways, because I expected after Madonna came to Australia for the Girly Show that she would come to Australia for the Drowned World tour, and then she didn't. So I hadn't even thought about that. I just assumed she would come, and I was just waiting, and it didn't happen. I'm like, wow, okay. Fortunately, they did air the HBO special on Channel 9. I think it was Channel 9. So I taped it, and I was able to watch it over and over again until I waited for the DVD to come out. I actually didn't buy the video. It's the first time I didn't buy my Madonna's tours on video because, you know, DVD. So I wish I had bought the video, though, for the packaging, but I didn't. So it was pretty amazing. The beginning, you know, Substitute for Love's a bit slow, but once they start with Impressive Instant, it is impressive. I mean, I loved Madonna's punk section. I love that she played guitar. It was divided into 4 sections as usual. I think, yeah, 4 sections as usual. So there was rock, punk, geisha, cowgirl, and Spanish ghetto. That's how they refer to it. Yeah, I just love the energy of Ray of Light and Impressive Instant. And, I mean, it was just great to see Madonna back on stage. It'd been 8 years since the Girly Show. And there was some silly assumptions that Madonna would be too old to perform, that somehow she wouldn't be able to do, you know, what she did on the Girly Show, and she just, you know, topped it, totally topped it. The wire work in the geisha section, I mean, you know, who cares about pink and the gymnastics? I mean, you know, fight some ninjas, lady, and tell me how, you know, how good you are. So I was impressed by it, I was amazed by it, I loved it, I watched it all the time, and it would get me dancing, and I really had a crush on one of the dancers that I thought was really, really cute, and I'm like, I wish I'd seen them live. But yeah, I mean, there are very few flaws with it. I mean, there's a couple of little things, like her hair gets out of place in Holiday, and I'm like, why did Nikki O'Donnell not, like, you know, pat that down? But yeah, Nikki and Donna are back again, because, I mean, Nikki and Donna were actually in Who's That Girl, but there was another dancer as well. But it was just Nikki and Donna for Blonde Ambition, Girly Show, and Drowned World. And it was this amazing little trio that we all sort of expected Nikki and Donna to be back, and they were. The tour was delayed for, I think, 2 years, because originally it was supposed to have been... originally there was supposed to be a Bedtime Stories tour, and then after Evita there was supposed to be a tour. Then there was supposed to be a Ray of Light tour in 1999. That was delayed because she had to do a movie, and then she got pregnant, and then they apparently only had a short window and a short amount of time to get the tour ready. Apparently she only had 3 months to prepare, which normally, I think she normally has about 6. So it doesn't show. She had Paul Gaultier back for the costumes, which is good. I mean, Dolce & Gabbana did okay in the last tour, but you know, they weren't iconic. Jamie King was the director. I think Chris expected to be invited back, and he in his book, I think he said it was cold and mechanical, and it would have been better if he'd done it. It would have been, but it would have been more like Girly Show, and might have been warmer, and maybe more fun and less serious and less hard in some ways. But this one was amazing. It was the first tour that she had screens, really. They were part of the performance, and image and video that was part of the performance, although they seem quite quaint now. There's like, I think 5 little ones. There's 2 on the side and 1 at the front and then 1 above it, I think so it's 4. I don't know. But they're just small screens. And sometimes they're placed in good positions, like behind the tree that she stands in and that. And some of the video, the image that they did are amazing. Like Paradise Not For Me. That is its own music video. It's amazing to look at, and I'm glad that has sort of been released separately on its own, as has the music video. But that's not as good because it's sort of black at times because it's not actually showing on the screen, on the stage, and so forth. But the actual single of music which uses the same sort of video clips is better. But okay, so the show started June 9, finished September 15. I think she had to cancel the show thanks to 9/11. And I think after 9/11, I heard that instead of shooting the the guy at the end. She basically, I think she picks the gun up, puts it down, and then they walk off the stage together. I think that's how it ended. That's what I heard, but obviously I wasn't there and I haven't seen video of it ever, because there was only 3 shows after September 11, 13, 14, and 15, and that was the end of the tour. And the tour was a bit limited. They were only in North America and the US, and I didn't really realise how limited it was. I mean, it makes me feel a little bit better she didn't come to Australia, because she obviously didn't tour every other country like some other tours where she toured every other country but Australia. So she did Spain, Italy, Germany, France, England, I think 2 in Barcelona, 3 in Milan, I think 5 in Berlin, 5 in Paris, 6 in London. Then she came back to America and she never really left. So it was Philadelphia, New York, got like 6 shows, East Rutherford, Boston, Washington, yeah, just basically just America. She had to cancel 3 shows. She had a hernia during the show and didn't fix it until after the show, which she got away with because nobody cared, because, you know, September 11, that's all anyone cared about. She was able to go to the hospital and there weren't any photographers hounding her or anything, if I recall. What else do I know about this tour? Not a whole lot. I mean, there's a difference between the HBO performance and the DVD. The DVD, in the HBO performance, you can actually see the girls performing during the manga section, that version of What It Feels Like for a Girl. But that's totally cut out in this one. And also, the video is more prominent in, like they've edited it in over some of the shots and that more, especially when she's doing the ninja fighting and she's like, there's, you know, zap and pow and that popping up when she hits people. Now, it does help because it does cover the fact that she's not really connecting in that, because you can't get too close live on stage and that, and you can't hide it always with the camera angle. So I do like the video version better, but I am going to go back and watch the HBO version. I'm just going to watch it with, I'm just going to watch both at the same time just to see the differences. So I'm curious, because someone did a comparison of Girly Show, HBO, and the DVD one. There's actually quite a lot of differences, so I'm kind of curious to see if there are as many differences. I did notice when I got it on DVD that was different from the video version, but not as many. This was the 3rd time that she worked with HBO, did really well, got 5.7 million views, and it was like one of their, I think it was their 3rd highest rated show since 1997 or something, or special since 1997. So it's well received. The tickets sold out in like seconds. It made like 76 million, which is 117 million in like 2021 dollars. I haven't seen a recent calculation of it since then. Now, why do I have August 26th on here? Oh, that was the date of the concert that was actually filmed. So, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of slow moments, like I Deserve It, Secret, Gone, where she's just standing playing a guitar, which was kind of nice for one song, but after 3 songs I'm like, dance, lady. No, it wasn't that bad. I was noticing it then, but I didn't really notice it back in the day, actually. But I really loved the geisha section, the beauty of the giant sleeves of the kimono, and the men hanging from the tree basically and lowering to the ground like caterpillars or something. It was very interesting. Some people complained that it was too artsy and, you know, they just wanted to dance and they didn't want to watch like an art installation. I'm like, oh, shut up and enjoy it. It was brilliant. And she sort of raised the bar again, and people didn't think she could. People didn't think... I remember someone commenting like how amazing it was to consider that she was a grand old lady of 40 at the time. I'm like, oh, shut up. She's actually 43, but shut up. I loved it. I can't say more positive about it. What were the actual songs? Just to remind us what I just watched. It was Drowned World, Impressive Instant, Candy Perfume Girl, Beautiful Stranger, Ray of Light, Paradise Not For Me, which is the music video interlude, Frozen, Open Your Heart, which is just a swell, Nobody's Perfect, Mergirl Part 1 and 2, Sky Fits Heaven, What It Feels Like for a Girl, which was the mix, I Deserve It, Don't Tell Me, Human Nature, the funny song, I love the funny song, I usually put it on my Facebook every Father's Day, Secret, Gone, Don't Cry For Me, Argentina, which is just an instrumental, the Spanish version of What It Feels Like for a Girl, La Isla Bonita, and Holiday, which were the only songs, the older songs that were actually on the show. All the rest were the newer ones, mostly from Ray of Light and Music, which did upset a few people who wanted to see some of the 80s stuff, and that then became an ongoing running issue with Madonna where fans wanted some of her older stuff and she would only just throw us a bone or two and that's it and just focus on new music. And then, of course, music, which I love. So I'm over 10 minutes, so I should stop talking. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I'm going on to Reinvention, and then, of course, I'm going to tell you a secret. And finally, I get to watch Confessions, which I haven't watched for ages, which is one of my favourites, next to Blonde Ambition. But this is up there. I kind of forgot how good some sections of this are. Because you sort of move on, you progress, and like Madonna, you keep like just focusing on the new stuff, and I forget how good some of the older stuff is, actually. But I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye.